WhatsApp on Galaxy Television. And yes, you can watch Galaxy Television because we are on the go, not just your local stations. All right. First up, we're streaming live on Facebook. Facebook, Galaxy Television, WhatsApp is live. These are the processes. On Instagram, you get to see snippets of what we got going on. So it's galaxytv.entertainment. Twitter, which you know as X, or X, which you know as Twitter, it's at Galaxy Television. We are also on the go, so make sure you head on to your iOS store for those who use iPhones and Google Play Store for those who use Android phones, and download the Galaxy Television mobile app. This will help you watch us from the comfort of your vacation spots, your haciendas, your churches, shrines, workplace, anywhere. As long as you have data and internet, you can enjoy everything maximum that Galaxy Television has got to offer. Also, those of you who use StarTimes, it's 110 channel 110. All right. For those who use who do terrestrial, normally you watch us through you use your remotes or your antennas. It's UHF 27. We're digitized right now, so it's 741. Head on there and enjoy the goodness that is Galaxy Television. And also WhatsApp, we're doing the best we can to always drag you guys into our scene and make you guys understand. So we bring harmony, spice, and vibes. All right, I and Felicity have a very special guest in the studio, so we want you guys to meet. He has a name that doubles as his other name. So anyway you want to pronounce it, he still has one half of his name coming through. He's known as Zay. But some people often give him, I don't want to call him everybody, but first, welcome to the video.
Thank you so much.
Morning.
Thank you for
How
having me.
was it getting here?
It was quite easy.
Mondays are
easy.
usually stressful.
Yeah, so I'm surprised to hear you say it was quite
Yeah,
easy.
probably because I came in quite early.
early.
Yeah.
Early to bed, early to rise.
Thank you.
All right, let's tell you about the man we have right here. His name is Yemi Adeyemi. Yes, music producer, product designer, game marketer, post producer in view. Yemi Adeyemi, professionally known as Zay, was born on February 18th in Atibo local government, Saki, Oyo State, Nigeria. A multidisciplinary creative, Zay works at the intersection of sound strategy, storytelling, building a presence in music production, game marketing, product design, and post-production. Hailing from Oyo State, Nigeria, like we said earlier on, Zay began his primary education in Lagos and completed his secondary school in Oyo State, and goes further to hold a bachelor's degree in business administration from the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Ogun State. He's currently expanding his post-production skills through training at the Yapi Academy. Now, we'll move on to his career statistics. Zay's creative journey began with music, a passion that emerged early in life as a pastor's kid. In 2018, he trained under the Beats by Mona of Clubheads Entertainment and officially launched his career in 2019 with the founding of Beats Mind. Since then, he's produced and released notable works including Better Days featuring Beats Mind in 2019, and also Hello featuring Trap World in 2019, Chaser 2022, Major featuring B1 in 2023. Expanded into gaming space as both a sound engineer and marketer. Certified by Game Up Africa Audio Bootcamp, Zay specializes in scene scoring, SFX, and music composition for games and digital storytelling. His game credits includes Ejidide, a black magic-inspired African adventure, Secret Letter, a narrative-driven word game exploring intellectual discovery, Safari City, a Match 3 renovation game with African roots. Now, as a game marketer and community collaborator, Zay has participated in and supported notable events such as Moonshot Lagos, a tech startup activation event, Game Jam on Disinformation, organized in partnership with the United States Diplomatic Mission in Nigeria, Malio Games, Game of Africa, and Global Game Jam. Now, whether designing player journeys, composing emotional scores, or producing polished visuals, Zay approaches each project with the goal of making it feel intentional, immersive, and culturally grounded. Currently learning DaVinci Resolve to complement his post-production work He continues to expand his creative arsenal with a unique voice across music, games, and design. Zay, however, is committed to crafting experiences that resonate deeply and reflect diverse narratives. So, yeah, Zay's here, and we welcome him with all the love and joy in our hearts. So, just going to be asking you a couple of questions to get to know you properly. I and Felicity will drag you left and right like Tiger Jen.
I better pass my name.
But we hope. I was watching a skit, and a babe came to see a guy in the house and tried to drag the jet, turning on. But the thing no on, and then he was trying to call the mechanic, like, guy, please come and help me. And the girl just dragged it once, and the thing came on. I was like, she's like, babe, let's be. I said, go here, come on, go to your house. You know how hard that thing is. Yeah. So that's we're just giving you a funny scenario. So welcome again.
Thank you so much.
Over to you.
All right, so let's start with the fact that you are a pastor's kid. Now, how was it growing up, being a pastor's kid? And did, being a pastor's kid or the church influence your career choices in any way?
I would say the church was my first studio. Okay. It was my first stage. It was where I learned how to play the instruments. It was where I learned how to arrange music as well. It was also my first experience in seeing, the audience or the congregation in this regard, how they attach emotions to sounds, whether it's, worship sessions, praise sessions. So these are the experiences that I carry into anything that I create.
Oh, that's nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. Now, being a pastor's son, you must have come through a lot of scrutiny as well, because I'm one and I faced that. So people just look at you and say, this one are deaf.
Exactly.
They just see it. It's crazy.
I can imagine.
They wake up and go to church. I mean, I'll just stand in front of my gate. So when all those other pastors, members and kids, everybody are going to church, driving past me, past make me play ball, I be my own, and they just look at you some funny way. I always say this story on the show. So there was one day, I decided to show them that it's not by this church thing. You guys are not really better than me. I have done so much churching in life that sometimes it scares me. So you people should catch up, all right? And then they were doing a prayer warrior weekend. So they did prayer warrior quiz. I didn't know any of the questions, but I just said, let me go to church that day. I won all their cash prizes. I won their DVD. Won Bible. I was even telling my friend that followed me to church some of the answers. So he won some things too. And then at the end of the service, I went out. And I came to the house and said, so because your son came to church. He won that one too with his big head, was now sitting like this. So since that time, and they were, in my mind when I came up, I said, you see why it's good to always go to church? People who do that, I said, see, God, it's not by that one. I just wanted to show you. And the people that are inside there.
It's not by going to church one.
It was that bad that they did not know the middle name of their pastor. But I knew it. His first name is Uche. He had a middle name. I don't want to call his surname. But when they said, what's your pastor's middle name? Pastor looked back. Normally, there are some people that could not answer, the prayer warrior crew and maybe the elders. But everybody else. I waited and waited and waited. When I raised my hand, they said, no, you've won too much of our prizes. They didn't have any other option. I now said the name. He just said, oh, come. And brought money from his suit and gave me. So I was like, the thing is, they tend to look down or say, because he's pastor PK.
Or maybe they put you on a pedestal.
That's what they do.
Put you on a pedestal.
Pastor PK, they're bad past. And then, I'm always fighting against that narrative because we still go out there and do experts. Look at me for an example. Yes. So please, tell us some of the challenges you faced being a pastor's kid. They say they call us PKs.
Right. So, as you said, you're on a pedestal, under constant scrutiny by everybody. they don't actually have, details about what's going on in your life at some point, but yet they just believe you are supposed to be perfect as the pastor's kid. Same as the pastor, they believe the pastor should also be perfect.
Yeah.
So sometimes you want to be left alone, you want to be in the congregation, but people are like, why are you there when you could be in the choir or in other units, serving? So I always feel, aside that, I think that sometimes you don't want to, do much, but the service requires that you are in church almost every day. Sundays you are there, Saturdays you are on rehearsals, prayer meetings, Bible study, a lot of activities. So this doesn't give enough time to for other things. Yeah, I think those are the challenges for me growing up.
All right, now let's talk about Better Days, which you dropped in 2019. Did you see yourself building a career, that would cross music, gaming, and design?
No, not at all. At that time, I just wanted to share my music with the world. Just wanted to show my talents, vibe with friends.
Yeah.
I didn't see all of this happening, but as I grew, I realized that there's a lot of other sectors that comes into making music, making sounds. That's how I realized, the game market, the sound designing part, the creative and tech part.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now, for someone watching at home, music requires a lot of sacrifices, but most especially music requires promotions.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to someone who wants to do music and has only one source of income or doesn't have any at all? Because for someone like you, you do incredible music and you still have hands in gaming right now is one of the in things in the world, because I think WhatsApp, we covered a gaming show sometime early this year. The Minister of Youth and Social Development was on attendance and all that. So it was somewhere on the island. I can't remember. Was somewhere on the island, but it was real beautiful and we had loads of fun. Now I could see what was going on in the world of gaming. Ladies game these days more than guys. It is not a joke. Ladies make games, anime and all that, and it's crazy. And of course, AI is doing the most it can to, but
make it easier.
yes, it brings me to the question: the life of a musician, the life of someone who wants to do music, or an entertainer. Let's put it in that bracket. What do you feel this person or persons should do as streams of income? When it comes to streams of income, do you think person should go for one or to have extra just in case you do not have a benefactor who covers you?
Okay. If you have a backbone, someone to finance your dreams, I think that comes easy. But when you don't and all you have is talent, you can show it, you can make sounds, make projects and put it out there. I think it's also important that you consider yourself, because you have to make, enough money to even get yourself ready for that stardom you are preparing for. It also comes in when you have the money, when you work somewhere else, you have the money to now do promotions, whether it's just minimal promotions like Instagram or Meta, advertisements. That helps you push, your project forward. However, I think it's important for you to stay in that bracket of what you are working towards. So you are a musician. It's possible for you to find hustles where you can just work for, birthday wish, something like that. Go to parties, get money from here and there, and then put that together. But when you are doing something else totally, it kind of take you out of that creative space where you're supposed to box.
All right, that's a good one.
All right, so in the gaming world, is sound more powerful than visuals or storytelling?
Big respect to visual artists out there. I would say sounds really complement visuals. So visuals are going to attract you to what has been created. However, the sounds would appeal to your emotions. And while doing game marketing, while sound designing, you realize that the emotions are what you are trying to appeal to. This is what gears people to what you actually do. It is the sounds that will tell you, build anticipation in what you are watching. So, for example, you are seeing a movie, you hear a sound, you know something is about to happen. It builds the excitement, it gets you tensed up. Sometimes it might build fear, and these are the things that really matters for people to be into the games or the films that you make.
Yeah, you know what you just said, and I actually agree with you because I remember there was this movie I saw years ago. I think it's A Quiet Place. So in the movie, you're not supposed to speak because you tend to attract monsters who in turn would devour this humans. So they were silent. And I remember at some point I felt like I was dumb. It was because at some I couldn't even talk to because it felt like it applied to me too.
Yeah.
And it was just so weird. It was so odd not speaking and not hearing any sound in that movie because you can't even make even the tiniest sound. So just watching it, I was like, what's going on? I had to start talking to myself so it won't feel like I already lost my voice already.
So you were immersed in it.
Yeah.
All right. We've been talking to Zay, someone who's been doing entertainment. And he's been delving into other affairs of life. But hey, some of you just sit down in the house and feel like one stream of income would or should be enough for you. The answer is no. You should find ways to help yourself because nobody will help you if you don't do that. Nobody's coming for you. Sometimes grace helps, speaks for you. God just touches someone and says, do you know what it means for someone to just look at you and say, let me support your dream with 100 million naira. Honestly, it happens once in maybe 1,000 years. For men, for women, it comes often. Yes, we know. Sophia just bought the Range Rover delivered to her. Which one should you do? These are the questions you should ask.
So Amanda sent it to her now.
Amanda, go. Amanda. What's up? An entertainment program that runs Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So tell a friend to tell another friend. And when it's that time of the day, usually it's morning. So make sure you keep it loved. I want to say a big shout out to all the fans. 2 people reached out to me and got tickets for the Digi Come On Box show, comedy show that happened at the Mecca House yesterday. So I think 4 of them attended. All right. So you guys had fun. They sent me pictures to show that they were there, they were present, and they had fun. So I'm really happy about that one. That you guys turned up and you went ahead to just enjoy yourself. So you see, WhatsApp on Gas Television will not just all talk and hype. We still make sure that our fans enjoy themselves. And of course, it was a VIP ticket, or they were VIP tickets. So you guys got drinks and small chops to go. Woo. See life. Now just be flex. Anyway, we have Zay, who's also known as Yemi Adeyemi. He's a gamer, a producer, of course, a creative, and of course, an artist. Too much in one personality. Sometimes I wonder how he keeps up with all of this. Yes, so we definitely enjoyed what we saw on screen, but I want you to give your opined explanation to what we did say, so that people can know that this is your handiwork, so to speak.
Okay, so that was the Buka part of a game where you create African dishes. So we have another part for the restaurants in Victoria Island. You have the roadside guys, you have Buka, a lot of other places in the game. So for that, we were asked to create the sounds that we feel that's in the physical world. This is what you hear. So you would hear sounds, people playing music from their different shops or their different stores, and then you'd hear several footsteps, noises in the market, and then you'd also when the chef is placing a pan, putting the gas on, there's a sizzling sound when you're frying something. That's all of the sounds you are going to hear in the natural world. So these are the things that we put into idea and felt like, okay, this is what you hear, this is how you should hear it, and then time it according to the movements that you're seeing on the screen.
I like that. So guys, I hope you're aware of what we just showed Yeah, then Zay has explained it. Now, what's your go-to ritual when you're stuck creatively, gaming, music, or something unexpected? Sometimes when it comes to music, it might be writer's block. You might be writing that lovely song. I've heard of Grammy Award winning songs that were completed after 3 years. You start the song, you forget that kind of thing. You just wake up, I've not finished this. Or you were writing it and you just went off, whether it's a program or whether it's music, whether in terms of gaming. Has there been any situation like that? And how do you come out from all that?
Yeah, always, you would always go into that creative block where you're like doubting what you've even created, even while you feel what you did from the beginning was okay. But anytime I'm in that phase, I think I like watching movies or just play a game just to relax or get more ideas. However, when I'm trying to maybe reduce the screen time, we are on the system for a long time facing the screen. I prefer taking strolls or people watching. So I just step outside, watch around, watch my environment. And this also gives me the opportunity most times to record. So I'm out there putting on my microphone and just record while walking. So I record the noises around, kids running around, the buses and cars passing, people doing their daily life. So this is what I take back. And instead of going straight into the project I was working on, what I do is I work on that first, the sounds that I collected, then work on them, take out what I want, and then keep it in my sound banks. Then I'll go back to the project. So it's like, I have different ideas on how to work on this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, as you are blending African roots with global tech. So how important is it for creatives to keep their cultural identity in their work?
I would say it's really important. It's everything.
Okay.
It's everything you have to put into details when you're like creating. Your culture is your print, is like your fingerprint. It is what you create where no one else can replicate. So being able to create that and now keep it into the culture is in your details. So your stories has to be right. They have to be truthful and you keep it at that. It might be fiction, it might be true life story when you're writing for films and games. However, the authenticity of what you create is in your culture, in your story. Why the universality when you keep it on a global scale is in the experience. So anybody playing your game, seeing your movie would relate exactly to what you are writing about. So the foreigners have an idea that, okay, in Lagos, you have to, juggle yourself, enter buses, get to your workplace. They have that experience through your games and films.
Nice, interesting.
All right, that's beautiful. As we round up this part of the interview, quickly, I want you to give us 1 minute words of motivation for someone who's watching and listening, and what people who don't know they don't know the tasking and the multitasking. Someone like you who knows how to move all these things around, juggle them, and still be the best version of yourself. Okay. And your social media handles and how you can download or stream your work, or your music, your body of work, your music as well.
Okay. So 2 things for every creative like me out there. I would say the first thing is, know God, have an identity. So know God, know yourself. While secondly, I would say, embrace the struggle. It's not going to come easy. You have to always strive and be consistent and disciplined. There's the story of the cocoon and the butterfly. So when you think about that story, it brings a certain calmness to your hustle, to your life. So that's the advice I'll give to every youngins out there. My social handle on a creative platform, on streaming platforms as well, LZ, EL_Z. EL_Z. So for Instagram, for X, it's the same handle. For Spotify, Apple Music, it's Z. You can check for Z or Beatmind as well as SoundCloud.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you doing this, and we don't take it for granted.
Thank you so much.
Next time. your availability will be promised.
Definitely. Thank
It's
you.
not easy to drive people like you out of your comfort space, but thank you for coming through.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
let's go on this quick break. When we come back, it will be time for celebrity. Just stay here.